Good afternoon, everybody. Brooke here. We're going to do a 30-minute beginner session today, and we're going to use some optional equipment, softball and a long resistance band. So if you do have the equipment, go ahead and grab it now. But again, the equipment is optional. We're going to go ahead and start standing up. And we're going to actually start with that ball. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can also grab a cushion or even a towel, just kind of balled up would work as well. And just place the ball or cushion between your knees and just have a little check of your feet. Feet should be hip-width apart with your toes and heels in a line. Start drawing in the abdominals, lift the pelvic floor, reach to the crown of the head, and relax your shoulders down away from the ears. We've got the deep core turned on. We're lengthening through the top of the head. And then I want you to take a deep breath in, reach your arms up, and then breathe out, come up onto your toes. A little bit of a squeeze, balance. Breathe in, come back to the center, and then turn to the right. Breathe in, come back to the center, lower your heels, take your hands down to your side, and then we're going to breathe out. Bend your knees, come into a squat. Now just look down, make sure your knees are tracking over the feet. That ball or the cushion or whatever should make sure that that's what's happening, that your knees aren't turning out at all or turning in towards each other. Stay here 4 more. And 3, breathing out. And in. We're going to lift the arms right up to the ears, almost puffing the chest out, feeling a little stretch in the back. Last 2. We're going to hold the last one down. Now just shift the weight to the front of your feet and lift your heels up off the mat. And then breathe in, lower them back down. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. Stay there for 4 and 3. Last 2. And I want you to hold the last one up. Just try to stay high. Drop a little lower into your hips. Squeeze your ball a little tighter. Scoop your belly button in. And then just lower your heels as your hands come back down to your side. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest, round your spine, and start rolling down over your legs. Just hanging there for a moment, feeling that stretch through the backs of the legs. Gently nod your head, and then shake the head side to side. Get to circle your shoulders back, and then forwards. And then bend your knees and get your hands down to the mat. Start walking your hands forward as you let your knees drop down to the mat. Knees directly beneath your hips. Start scooping the belly button up and away. Lift the pelvic floor. Peel the knees just an inch or 2 up off the mat and squeeze your ball tight. As you breathe out, just tighten the abdominals. Breathe in, lower the knees back down to the mat. And then breathe out again. As the air leaves your lungs, just really find that void, that vacuum through the abdominals, drawing everything up and away. And then inhale, lower the knees down, fill the lungs. And then again, with a slow exhale, we hover the knees, scoop the belly button in and find that back, that kind of hollow feeling through your core. And then inhale, lower the knees back down to the mat. Last one, we're going to breathe out, hover the knees all the way up, but then we're going to lift all the way up into your downward dog stretch. Just hold here for a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees, round your spine, and roll yourself back up to standing. Shoulders and head come up last. And take another deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. Breathe out, float up onto your toes, just finding your balance. Shoulders down, and then reach your arms out to the side. Lace the fingers behind the back and lift the chest. Good. Hands come down to the side, chin to the chest. Roll down one last time, still with the ball or the cushion between your knees. Soften the knees, hands to the mat. Breathe out, walk forward. Coming into a high plank this time. Again, a good strong squeeze on the ball. Squeeze the glutes. And then we're just going to take the knees forward, tap the ball to the mat, and then lift all the way back up into your plank. Lower the knees, pulling the knees slightly forward, hinging at the hips, and then lift back up. Try to keep the hips in line with the shoulders. Stay there for 2, and lift. Last one, lift and hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down and sit back onto your heels. Good. Drag your hands back, take the ball away, and we're going to flip onto your back. Now you're going to lift your knees up one at a time. Make sure the knees are directly over your hips. Draw your belly button in, but keep a neutral spine. So keep that little space under your lower back, a little bit of inward curve. Sink the rib cage down. Now I want you to take your ball to your right knee. We're going to extend your left leg out and just push the ball, the hands into your ball, and pull the knee back into the ball. So we're just kind of squishing, trying to pop that ball between your hands and your knees, and then inhale, change the leg. So the ball goes against the left knee as your right leg goes long. Again, push the hands into the ball, pull the knee back into the ball, so opposing forces. You should feel the abdominals turn on with each push of the ball. Now right knee in, left leg long. Again, push those hands into the ball. The head and shoulders stay down on the mat. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. Now, if this feels too strong with that leg long, you can also do it with both knees bent. Just take little breaks and just move from one knee to the other with each exhale. Otherwise, we keep extending one leg. And it looks incredibly simple, but it's actually quite a challenging exercise. Last one, breathing out and then in. Just hug your knees, take a deep breath in, just press that lower back down into the mat, just massage out any tension that may have built up through the lower back. And now place the ball between your ankles and start with your knees over your hips. This time we're going to lift the head and shoulders. We're going to take the hands behind the head. Again, we start with the deep abdominals drawing in, belly button down, pelvic floor lifting. Then we're going to curl the shoulders up as you extend your legs out. Squeeze your ball at the full extension. Breathe in, drop the shoulders, bend the knees. And then breathe out, peel the head and shoulders up, stretch your legs, squeeze the ball, scoop the belly button up and away. And then inhale, shoulders back. One last time. Head and shoulders up, stretch your legs, squeeze the ball, hold, stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then drop the shoulders, draw your knees in. Now take the ball, now a little bit of movement side to side. Lift your toes up to the ceiling, and so you can roll the ball up your legs. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can just slide your hands up the legs. Or if you have a cushion that doesn't roll so easily, just slide your hands. But if you have that ball, it's good to push into the ball and roll it back down. Let's aim for 4 more. Breathing out and in. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, your legs probably won't go straight. They can be a little bit bent. Works just as well with bent knees, but try to work towards straight legs. Last one, breathing out, lift the head and shoulders, and then roll it all the way down. Let's place the ball to the side. Take your hands behind the knees, draw your chin to your chest, add a little momentum, and I'm going to roll up to sitting and stretch your legs out in front of you. Just slide your hands down your legs. Just have a nice stretch over the hamstrings. And then we're going to breathe in. All right, lift your arms up over your head. Now breathe out, round your spine, scoop the belly button in, just come just about halfway down. And then take your hands and just kind of sweep them along your legs. And then again, lift up, arms overhead, start tilting the pelvis, scooping your abdominals, rolling down, halfway, hold. Take the hands back to the front. Reach forward, just kind of slide the hands along the sides of the leg, lift the chest, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then tilting, scooping, rounding the spine as you roll back. Hands come down to the front. One more time, just kind of swooping forward, up over your head. Inhale, and then exhale, come halfway down. Now we're going to hold here. Take the hands in front of you, and then turn the arm out to the side. Now there should be no movement through your lower body. We isolate the movement to the shoulders and the arms, looking over that shoulder. So again, the feet shouldn't move, the legs, the pelvis. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in as you center. One more time each way. Twist and center. Last one. And twist and center. And then we go down an inch, down an inch, down an inch, and then all the way down. Now reach your arms all the way behind you. Lift your rib cage. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, just sink the ribs down. Take the hands back to your sides. Lift your knees up to tabletop. Feet together, knees together. And now I want you to think. Just take your hand, slide your fingertips under your lower back. Now sink the ribs down, but don't flatten out that lower back. Keep that natural curve. Now take the fingertips and touch on top of your abdominals. Draw the belly button in. Again, lift the pelvic floor. So think back passage, lifting up and away. Sit bones drawing together. And then we're going to tap your right toe down. Breathing in as you lower, breathe out. Lift the knee back up. Inhale, lower your left toe down. Exhale, lift the knee back up. So keeping that deep core muscle, your transverse abdominis, really tight around your middle. Now imagine you're balancing a wine glass or like a cup of tea or something on your abdominals. There's no movement through the belly, no movement through the pelvis, no movement through the lower back. Let's see if you can lift the fingertips up to the ceiling and keep that stability through the pelvis, through the lumbar spine. Stay there for 4. Exhale with each lift. Inhale to lower. Keep your abdominal connection as you inhale and lower the leg. And try to deepen your abdominal connection. Just kind of zip everything a little tighter as you lift the leg and exhale. Now hold the last one up. So your hands are above your shoulders, knees above the hips. Make sure your rib cage is still sinking down. So even though we're not flattening out the lower back, the rib cage is down on the mat. And then we're going to extend your right arm and your left leg. Breathing in as you lower, breathe out, drawing everything as you lift the hand and knee back to the starting point. Other side, left arm, right leg. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, back to our starting point. Let's do 4 more. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you draw back into that dead bug position. Inhale to extend. Exhale, return to our starting point. Last 2, breathing in and out. 1 more. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. Now, just hug your knees into your chest to stretch out your lower back. A little bit of movement side to side. And then we're going to keep the right knee into the chest. Now we're in imprint. Lower back is now flat down on your mat. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, draw your belly button in as tight as you can, and then switch the legs. Strong exhale with each pull of the knees. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure the feet, knees, and hips all stay in a line. Last 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in. Take your hands behind the head and twist. 8. Try to touch the elbow to the opposite knee. Relax it with each twist. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the shoulders. Lift the toes up to the ceiling. Stretch into the backs of your legs. Move your feet around, circling the ankles, both directions. Point the toes. Again, head and shoulders up off the mat. Belly button pulled in tight. We're going to hold the right leg as the left leg drops down. Just try to open the legs as much as you can. And then switch the legs. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you hold. Do a little double pulse. Just pull and pull. Just get that stretch through the hamstring. Chin to chest, weight of the head forward, drawing the belly button down, looking towards the abdominals. Last 2 and 1. Good. Drop the head, drop the shoulders, take a deep breath. We're going to do 1 more of those with the scissors, with the legs long, but this time we're going to flex your feet. So pull your toes in, see how straight you can get your legs. You'll feel more hamstring stretch and maybe a bit less abdominal. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, and then hold the right leg. Again, pull, pull, switch legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay there for 6 and 5. Try not to bounce too much. That's 3 and 2 and 1. Again, drop the head, knees in, and then take your feet down to the mat. Arms out to the side. Place your ball between your knees and give it a little bit of a squeeze. And we're just going to drop the ball and the knees down to the right, stretching your lower back. Breathe out, narrow the waist, lift the knees back to your midline and ball, and knees drop down to the left. Feel that stretch through the lumbar spine and your pelvis. 1 more time each way. Maybe turning the head in the opposite direction so we get a little movement through the neck as well. Last 1. And then come back to that center point. Now grab your band and lay your band, if you have it, across your hips. Now, if you don't have a band, just use the weight of your hands to kind of add that extra resistance, slightly pushing the hips down as you push up into your hands with the hips. Walk your heels in close, squeeze your ball tight, imprint your lower back down into the mat, lift your pelvic floor, and then peel the spine above the mat, just pressing up into your band, squeezing your ball. Breathe in as you lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now think about your deep abdominals, your corset muscle, your transverse abdominals. Imagine that tightening and narrowing as well as your glutes and your inner thighs working. Add a pelvic floor squeeze at the top of the movement. Good. Stay there 4 more. And 3. So when we think about our deep abdominals, everything draws in tight. Your surface abdominals bulge and get bigger when you engage them. The deep abdominals wrap around you. So think about that wrapping sensation. Hold the last one up. Relax your shoulders and little squeezes at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Take a deep breath in. Now, second set, we're going to come up onto tiptoes, so heels high. Again, imprint your lower back down on the mat. Draw the belly button in. Lift the pelvic floor. And then breathe out. Lift the hips up. Inhale, lower back down. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze the glutes. Narrow the waist. Imagine you're lifting your waistband on your leggings just with your muscles, with your deep abdominals, pulling them in and lifting them up. Stay here for 4 more. Breathing out and in. Check the shoulders every now and then. No tension through the shoulders. Last 2. Lift and lower. And the last one, again, we hold the hips tight, little squeezes, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips all the way down to the mat. Let's remove the band. Take the ball away. Drop your heels down. Take a deep breath in, and then with your exhale, again, imprint your lower back. Draw the abdominals. Peel your spine up one vertebra at a time. Slow exhale to lift all the way up, and then lift your right knee up. Keep that right knee in tabletop position with a 90-degree bend in the knee. Try to peel your toes up on your left foot. Lower the hips down and lift. Breathe in and out. Stay there for 8, 7. Exhale with each lift. Shoulders relaxed. Last 5, 4, 3. You can use the hands to help you press the mat away. Last 2 and 1. Drop the hips all the way down. Drop that right foot down. Just relax the shoulders one more time. Inhale, and then as you exhale, imprint the lower back. Articulate your spine one vertebra at a time, lifting up off the mat. And then lift your left knee up to tabletop. Lift your right, the toes on your right foot. Lower the hips down and lift. We're balancing on that right heel. So that just fires up that right glute muscle a little bit more. With each lift, make sure you're really squeezing at the top of the movement. Work into that right leg. Stay there for 6 and 5. Knee stays above the hip. 4, narrow waist. 3, full range of motion. Last 1, holding high, and then lower that left foot down to the mat. Get the hips an inch higher, pull the knees a little closer, then reach your arms all the way behind you. Backs the hands touch the floor, and then just melt your spine. Rib cage down first, middle back second, lower back third, and then wrap your hands around your knees and hug your knees into your chest. Good. Now we're going to take the right ankle over the top of your left knee. I want you to press the right knee away as you wrap your hands around the back of the left thigh and just pull in, really open the shoulders out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, so you can take the hands to the top of that knee, just pulling in a little closer. Now switch the legs, left ankle over the top of the right knee, hands around the back of the right thigh. Let's press the left knee away as you pull the right knee in. Wrap your hands around the back of the knee. And then come to the top of the knee, a little bit of movement side to side. Good, uncross the leg, take the knees together, chin to chest, and we're gonna roll all the way up to sitting, and then flip over to all fours. Good, now I'm gonna take your ball or your cushion and place it under your left knee. So that left knee is slightly elevated and a little bit less stable than if it was just sitting on the mat. We're gonna stretch your right leg out, scoop the belly button up and away, and lift that right leg just 6 times. Leg stays long and straight. Press the mat away. Stay there for 4, arms straight. 3, 2, and 1. Take the toe back down to the mat. Scoop the belly up, button up and away. Lift the lower back. Now tap the foot out and in. Up and over, up and back. Staying here for 6 and 5. Keep breathing. 4. Exhale as you reach out. Inhale as you take the foot back to the center. Last 1. Foot comes back to that center line of the mat. Bend your knees, sole the foot up to the ceiling, and pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now point the toe, breathe out, drop your chin, pull your knee into your chest. Exhale, and then inhale, lift the toe, lift the head, really arching the back. Breathe out, round the spine, scoop the belly button in, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift the toe, lift the head. Now if it's too unstable on that ball or the cushion, feel free to take that away as you breathe out and in. Last one, breathing out, scooping and tucking, and then in to lift all the way up. And then lower your right knee down. I'm going to take the ball out from under your left knee and now put it under the right. So you tuck the toes under, shoulders down away from the ears, press the mat away, try to press into the pads of your fingertips, extend your left leg back, no bend in the knee, really strong, straight leg, foot flex, and lift and lower. Just try to stabilize on that ball. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Take the foot back to the center line of the back, scoop the belly, lift your lower back, press the mat away, tap the foot out and in, up and over, up and back. Again, here for 6 and 5. Last 4. So having that ball that makes the upper body work a little harder, makes the standing leg work quite a lot harder. 2 more, out and in. Last 1. Put back to the center point of the mat. Really press the mat away. Maybe take some pressure off that ball. If that quad muscle on that right leg is starting to burn. And then last set. Knee bent, sole to foot points up to the ceiling. Pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Point the toe. Breathe out. Drop your knee in towards your chest. Drop your chin. Inhale, lift the head, lift the toe. Exhale, round the spine. Knee touching the forehead. Inhale, lift the head. Imagine the toe wrapping around to the back of the head. 3 more. Breathing out, slow fluid movements. Inhale, lift. Last 2. Breathing out, tuck. Inhale, lift. 1 more. Breathing out. Empty the lungs. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, lift. And then lower that left knee. Take the ball away. And we're going to open the knees out. Sit back onto your heels. Slide your ribs down in between your legs and really stretch and lengthen the arms. Drag your hands back. Place the hands under your shoulders behind you. Again, knees to the edges of the mat, and we try to push into the tops of the feet. Lift your hips up and really stretch out your hip flexors and your abdominals. And then breathe in, lower the hips back down to your heels. Bend your elbows. And then straighten the arms out. Relax your shoulders. 1 more time. Breathing out, lifting up. Hold, and then drop it back down. Good. Knees come back together, and let's come back to sitting. Now you need to come onto your elbows and pull your knees into your chest. Scoop the belly button in tight. We're going to extend both legs with an exhale. Bend the knees as you inhale. Again, extend with your exhale. Bend with your inhale. Now this time we're going to extend just the right leg and then lower the shape of the legs down to the mat. Heel touches the mat. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now let's change legs. Right knee in, left leg long. Keep the belly button pulled in tight 2 times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now if you want to make this smaller, you feel it through your lower back, or if you feel like you're losing the abdominal connection, don't come all the way down to the floor. We're going to go 1 more time. Each leg, right leg long, left knee in. So you just make it come halfway down and lift back up. Or if you want it a little bit stronger, we go all the way down and lift back up. Change the legs. Lift up out of the shoulders. Breathe in and out. Last 1. And lift. Good. Now keep the knees into the chest. We're going to roll both knees out to the right. Extend the legs. Stretch. Bend the knees. Roll back through the center line over to your left hip. Extend the legs. And bend the knees. Again, roll back through the center over to the right. Extend. Exhale. Bend. 1 last time over to the left. Extend and bend. Come back to the center. Extend the legs out in front of you and then slowly lower the feet down towards the mat. We're going to start lifting your upper body and then come all the way forward over your legs. Just wrapping around the backs of the ankles to draw your chest down closer to your knees. Sit nice and tall. Pick up your band and wrap the band around your feet. Flex your feet. Pull them in. Toes in towards the body. Put the hands around, and we're going to make an X in front of you. So we kind of switch hands, so you've got that cross of the band. Now you start in a rounded spine, like really hunched. Imagine like completely deflated. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, just articulate, rolling through your spine, coming into perfect posture. And then pull your elbows around behind you, shoulder blades pulled together. Inhale, lower back down. Now imagine there's a pole touching the back of your head. That pole would also be touching the rib cage and your hips, but there'd be a little curve, inward curve at the neck and at your lower back. Now imagine you're trying to lengthen your spine, your head a little bit further up that pole. Now you should notice that your deep abdominals start to turn on to try to get you a little more length. That's what we want. We want those deep abdominals turned on. We want the rib cage right over your hips, and we're strengthening the upper back by pulling this resistance band, pulling your shoulder blades together. Stay there for 4 and 3. Again, keep that narrowness through the waist. Imagine lifting that waistband, lengthening through the head. That's 2 and 1. Now reach the arms in front, turn the palms down, and then do big circles. 4 big circles, up, back, and around. 3. Now, if you don't have a band, just go through the motions. Just imagine you're pulling the strongest band. So you can still work on that mobility, still work on your strength, even without the actual band. Reverse your circle, so let's do 4 the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now shift your weight back. Open your band slightly so you can pull your knees through the middle of your band. So your band's, again, making like a little V in front of you. Feet are wrapped around that band, and then extend your legs out and in. Breathe out and in. Stay there for 5 and 4. Last 3. Modification. Feet are low. You can drag the feet. Last 2. And 1. Now pull the knees into the chest. If anyone wants to try some a little more bands, so you can extend your legs out, lift your arms up, pull the band, then bend the knees. Knees come into the chest. Extend the legs, hold, and then slowly lower the feet down to the mat. Fold forward over your legs. Slide a little more length through your band if you have it, and then extend the arms out behind you, working into your tricep muscles at the backs of the arms. Bend the elbows, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, extend the arms, and bend. Flexed feet, backs of your knees are down. So we're getting stretch through the hamstrings as we work. Strengthen your upper arms. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's just take the band away. Cross that foot over the straight leg and wrap around towards the knee. So it's, if you've got your left foot over, it's your right arm wrapping around the knee. Breathe in, sit as tall as you can, and then breathe out. Twist, look over your shoulder. Good. Let's just switch the legs. So your right foot crosses over your left, and your left elbow wraps around that right knee. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, twist. Good. Okay, now pick up your ball again and come over onto your front. And come all the way down and place your hands on top of your ball. Now, again, if you don't have a ball, I just slide your hands back, slide them forward rather than using a cushion. Maybe a towel would work because it would slide okay. But you can also just have your hands on the mat. Or just roll the ball in as you lift your chest up, and then roll the ball away as you lower the chest down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 2 more here, feet stay on the mat as you pull in, see how high you can get the chest, and then roll it back down. Last one, breathing out, lift, hold, and then lower all the way back down. Now we're gonna place the ball out to the side. I want you to relax your upper body, take your knees to the edge of the mat and zip your heels together. Scoop your belly button in, relax your shoulders, and try to lift your knees up off the mat and then lower them back down. So it's like your feet are a pedestal, heels touching, toes turned out, soles of your foot pointing up to the ceiling. We're trying to lift those knees up, squeeze in the glutes. It's where your glutes meet your lower back. So this muscle right here that actually has a lot to do with lower back strength. So if you want to strengthen your lower back, this is a really good starting point. Keep your belly button pulling in from underneath. So again, we get that transverse abdominis, that corset muscle, again, wrapping around to protect the lower back as you lift those knees up. Just 2 more, lift and lower the last one, and then you extend your legs all the way out and scoop the belly button in. Now, elbows out to the side. We're going to lift the chest, pull the elbows into a W shape. Inhale, stretch the arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in. Inhale, reach forward. 2 more, breathing out to lift. Into lower. And last one, lift and lower. And then just take your hands down to the mat. I'm going to lift up onto your elbows. Take a deep breath in, and then try to lift your elbows up. Look up to the ceiling again, really stretching and opening up the front of the body. And then drag your hands back as you slowly roll back down to the mat. Imagine somebody's pulling the tips of your ears, just lengthening and decompressing your spine as you come all the way down until your nose hits the mat. Take a deep breath in, and then come up to your elbows. Slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the core strong, again, to protect your lower back. Press into your hands, lift your elbows up, look up to the ceiling, big inhale. And then exhale, drawing those hands back as you lengthen through the top of the head, decompressing and lengthening the spine as it comes all the way down. Good. All right, let's roll over onto your back. Find your band once again. And we're going to wrap the band around your right foot. Now you can double the band if you want a slightly deeper stretch, or just do a single band if you just struggle to get your legs straight. So it depends on whatever is the best stretch for you. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just draw that leg in a little closer, and then to add a couple of little circles, and then reverse your circles. Take the leg out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Try to get it close to the floor and up towards that shoulder. And then cross the leg all the way over for your outer thigh stretch. Trying to keep the right hip down, kick the heel away, and pull your band. Come back to the center, and then left foot goes into your band. Right leg extends out long. So you can climb up that band towards the foot. Sink your shoulders down. Add small circles for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 3, 2, and hold. Leg goes out to the side for the inner thigh stretch. Keep your right hip down. Keep your right shoulder down. Even the right half of the rib cage stays down on the mat. Big inhale, and then exhale, cross the leg up over the body. Switch hands on the band. Keep your left hip down as you really push the heel away. Pull the band and breathe. Good. Come back to the center, and we're going to place both feet into your band. Lift your head and roll yourself slowly up. So you can just gently let those feet drop down to the floor. Take the band away. I'm going to open the legs out wide. Just imagine you're stirring a big pot. 3 circles, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles. 3 the other way. 2, and 1. Good. Just sweep your feet together. Flip over to all fours. Drop your chin. Come into a cat stretch. Just nice rounded spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Press into your heels. Take a deep breath in. Narrow your waist. Just hollow the abdominals. Lift the pelvic floor and walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your head hang. Nod your head. Shake it side to side. And then bend the knees, scoop the belly button up and away, and slowly roll yourself back to standing. Shoulders and head up last. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, float onto your toes. And then slowly drop the heels of the hands, come back down to your sides, and just swing the arms up to finish. Great. Hope you enjoyed that class. As you feel stretched and strengthened, we're back again tomorrow. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and get full updates of our class schedule. See you. Bye.